It's done. The Bitcoin halving has finished. So what now? Where's the price of Bitcoin going to go? What's going to happen to all of your altcoins? Well, I'm going to try and break it down for you in this video. Let's have a discussion about the halving. So what's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Don't forget, hit the like and subscribe button. We're keeping you up to date in this cryptocurrency bull run to make sure your portfolio does exactly what you want it to do. Hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to turn your notification bell on. And with that, let's get into it. So we talked about this, what feels like forever. The Bitcoin halving finally happened. We are now at a 3.15 Bitcoins per block for those miners. And what does it mean? What does it mean for your Bitcoin? What does it mean for your cryptocurrency? Where are we going to go? And obviously, a lot of people are expecting a significant price rally, namely because that's what happens in history. We see a supply shock, and you may hear people talk about this quite considerably in the sentiment that we are seeing a reduction in Bitcoin. You only have to take a look at what's on exchanges right now, and we continue to see outflows in the hundreds. And equally, just on the day, 3,786 Bitcoin has left the top 20 cryptocurrency exchanges. You can see there 1.727 million is what's currently on supply. Now, remember, 900 Bitcoin yesterday was what was mined each single day. And actually, what we're now seeing is 450. So it's a simple equation of maths. Take 450 away from 3,786, and you ultimately get into a supply shock. We start to see the supply of Bitcoin diminish, and everybody is excited. What does it mean, though? We should start to see a significant price rally. History dictates exactly that. 2012, 2016, 2020 all led post-halving to a significant rise. You see there the best back in 2012 with a 8,547% rise in Bitcoin. You're probably not going to see that this time. However, lots of people predict 400, 500, 600% is ultimately where we could go. The difference here is we saw an all-time high pre the Bitcoin halving, which obviously when you get into those ETFs gives us a little bit of a sentiment. But I thought this was very interesting as you start to look at it. So the question has to be, what do you do? How do you know when the market's going to turn? How do you play this sensibly? Couple of key indicators for you to take a look at. Fear and greed index is always a good measure. This is ultimately the sentiment of the market. The blue here being extreme greed. Everybody is buying huge amounts of FOMO. Your nan down the road is coming in to buy Bitcoin. The pink is extreme fear. That's when you should be buying. Extreme greed is definitely the opportunity to sell. What do we see on the chart? Going all the way back 2019, you generally see this blue line coming in. Sustained extreme greed pushes the price up. Now, we're not in that place. You'll notice here on the far right-hand side, yes, we've seen some significant upside moves. However, it is not consistent and not continuous. So we're probably in a world where we see some more consolidation. Probably in the next 3 months, we may just see Bitcoin hovering around this 64, 65, maybe up to 70,000 aligned to this. But then the other metric to keep an eye on is, what is the big money doing? Now, unless you've got billions, millions, tens of millions of dollars in the cryptocurrency market, you're an average investor, just like me, in terms of getting into the market. So we kind of take a little bit of the pie and hopefully end up with it being slightly bigger by the end of the bull market. But the people you need to keep an eye on are the whales. These are the people with long-term supplies. These are anyone holding over 155 days. And I talked about this on Daniel Gatton's stream last night. These are the people that are continuing to hold their Bitcoin. Now, history is a great thing, and the fantastic nature of the blockchain is everything's for you to see. What we see historically here is the long-term holders selling as we start to come out of the halving, and then we see the rally back in. So we see exactly the same happening back here in 2016. We see then the push down. Likewise, 2020, we see exactly the same. And all the way back here to 2014 to the 2016 halving. Well, what we're seeing right now, we're seeing this pullback. We're seeing a little bit of a sell-off. If you've been part of my live stream, you will know it was a buy the rumor, sell the news. Everyone expected Bitcoin to explode. Simply not the case. It's going to take a little bit longer than that. However, what we are setting ourselves up for is a nice little run on Bitcoin. And what we want to do now is find the market floor. What is the new floor price for Bitcoin? We can take a look at the chart here right now. And ultimately, we see hitting the halving point around 64,000, which is probably our new floor. If you take a look just in terms of trend lines, it's roughly where we've been over the course of the last month or two. These are on the daily chart right now. So this is probably as low as we would have gone given the ETF movement. So the question now is, how high are we going? Now, I've always maintained that I think we're going to about 140,000. Lots of people predict a 200,000 market. It's all going to be dependent on those ETFs and ultimately how much flow we've got coming into the market and ultimately where it goes. Now, something I always like to take a look at, and we've been looking at this now on the channel for quite some time, is the trend-based Fibonacci extension, giving us an indication of where this might go. So again, if you take a look at the chart right here, this is the previous high down to where we currently sit right now. So we've got a couple of key metrics that sit on this Fibonacci extension. The 236 obviously is our first port of call, 70,000. We've broke that before, but this probably gets us to where we start to see some bullish momentum. Price discovery is truly where we see extreme greed and the move to the upside. Now, remember, the 1.618 is a golden measure on the Fibonacci extension. What does that look like? 135,867. So some key points to break through. Obviously, the 236 is a real challenge. Breaking above that 382 at 77,000. My prediction, like I said, is the 618, and I think we're going to get up to probably just above that. That's where I'd be looking as I'm scaling profits out of the market as it comes up. The key bit though now is patience with Bitcoin halving. Lots of people will have expected Bitcoin to rally to 100,000. It's simply not going to be that case. History dictates we see at least a couple of months of consolidation. The ETFs may accelerate that, but be ready, be on standby, because I think when it happens, it's going to come pretty quick. But let me know, what is your Bitcoin price prediction for 2024? I'm very interested to know what you guys think. Like I said, mine 140K, top of the bull market, whether that's 2024, 2025, I'm not sure yet. But as always, let me know in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed this content, you like looking at some more data in terms of charts, you know what to do. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and we'll bring you the latest and greatest in all of your cryptocurrency needs throughout this bull market. Thanks so much for watching. See you in the next one.